I think it's really important to take ownership of stuff that you want and make it happen instead of just buying something. I think it's better for the planet. There's like a whole variety of reasons for why crafting is important to me. But part of the reason I started crafting, I started with crocheting when I was older, was because I wanted something that I could do for other people, which sounds really cheesy, but all of my friends were artists. I went to an art school, and I always felt a little like, not insecure, but like, I just felt a little bad that like there wasn't anything that I could make in the same way that my friends could. And I think it's a good way to be a part of a community or feel connected to people. And so I learned crocheting from my boyfriend's grandmother right after high school, and I just stuck with it, and I crochet a lot. I teach a crochet elective at the public high school that I work for, and it does so many things when I see them do it.
How have the kids, your students, responded to the crochet elective?
Well, some of my students have some experience with knitting or crocheting, and some of them don't. But what I do notice across the board is that a lot of them use it as a stress reliever. So, for example, like, I can't remember exactly what day it was, but there was a day where we had to cancel school because there was a lot of fights and there was a lot of violence. And I noticed a lot of my students were like taking out their crocheting, and they were like doing that to calm down and like de-stress themselves. So I think that's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was really, really great. But yeah, I think especially like part of the reason that craft is coming back is people are tired of getting the same old stuff and paying for other people who are not getting a fair shake for their labor. And when you can make it yourself, that's empowering. And I think that that's a big reason why it's having such a time right now.
For you personally, is it like a political or economic decision to make things yourself as opposed to buying them?
Environmentally, yeah. I do try really hard to minimize my impact. So I compost and like I just do a bunch of different things, and part of that is not wasting materials and trying to recycle as much as possible. So crafting for me helps me feel like I'm doing my part to, keep the world nice for other people.
So you mentioned recycling. Can you elaborate on how recycling plays a role in your crafting? Do you recycle materials?
I save all of my old clothes, and I save any old fabric that I can get my hands on, and I will make it into new stuff. Like I'll make bags, or I've tried to make blankets and like different things out of just old fabric. Halloween costumes, especially every year for Halloween, I like go through my big fabric bin and I'll make masks or costumes or stuff from that.
Professor Ping to headquarters. Professor Ping to headquarters. Headquarters to Professor Ping. Headquarters to Professor Ping. Come in, Ping.
Yes, Mrs. Ping. Receiving you loud and clear.
I have the Earthling, Barbarella, with me. She has offered us the use of her craft and weaponry. Wisdom wasted on the